What's going on YouTube? Ryan and Alex back with Dopamon again. Today, we need to look at the 2022 Olympic hockey predictions here for our brackets. We're going to give you each of our predictions here, go over why we think is who's going to win, who eventually ends up taking the gold medal in the 2022 ice hockey tournament in Beijing. If you enjoy this stuff, this content, please leave a like. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and so please sub as well. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, we're covering the Olympics. You can go back and check out some of the rosters, that we've covered for every team. You can hit subscribe and catch us for the next live stream for both the women's finals and the men's finals, and probably the bronze medal game as well.
Yeah, because they're on
So
back to
stick
back.
around. Hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. And without further ado, the game, I think that is on in about half hour our time when we're recording this.
Hmm.
Slovakia, Germany. I think a fairly reasonably close matchup. Who do you have out of Slovakia, Germany? Then this is the bracket for those who don't know. The winner of Slovakia, Germany will play the US, who will play the winner of Sweden, whoever they play, and all the way through. This is set. So, who do you got?
I have Germany.
Good, because I have Slovakia.
Hmm. We differ. I didn't like Germany through 2 games, but I thought they found their game against the US, and I think if they can apply that to Slovakia, that they could win.
Yeah, that's why I picked Slovakia, because I thought their game has been better. They did lose pretty big, pretty handily to both Sweden and Finland, but they put up a fight. I thought they skated well. Germany only beat China, and now Slovakia, I think, only beat Latvia. But I think the Slovak team is really good. Being led, scoring wise, one of them anyway, the score is by Uri Slavkovsky, playing a big role. Germany, I think, had their run last year. This year, I don't think they're going any further than the first elimination game. This second game, who do you got, Alex? Canada or China?
I think I think we might have another one where we disagree, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Mm. Now, this is an obvious one. I've loved watching Team China play, though I'm kind of disappointed that they were put into the same group as Canada and the US. But playing against non-NHL talent kind of evened up the playing field a little bit, so it's still really fun to see them.
Yeah, I would have. And I'll reveal it. We both picked Canada. Um, I liked Team China's effort. They scored a couple goals against Germany, only 3-2 in that game.
Mhm.
They played well. They skated well. As they got beat, as everyone expected them to. I hope I would, like you, I wish they would have played someone else other than Canada in this elimination game, just to see them against another opponent, right? If they had gotten matched up against Czechia or Slovakia or someone like that, it would have been way more interesting to watch. I think Canada will turn it on and beat down the Chinese team here, and we're gonna get a Sweden-Canada quarterfinal.
Mhm.
A
Though
much
on the plus side, I do feel like the players on China's roster will have more likely an opportunity to play against uh, some of the other players on the other team. You're talking about so many players came from the KHL, for instance. They're going to meet in the Kunlun Red Star. It is a cool opportunity that some Canadian and American players that these Chinese players will never have the opportunity ever to face again. Well, have that opportunity. So that part's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll be watching that game probably regardless.
Hmm.
A closer matchup will be Czechia and Switzerland.
Hmm.
Who do we have here, Alex?
I have Czechia.
Yeah, and I have a little bit of an upset, I think. I would
Hmm.
consider an upset in Switzerland. Switzerland, I thought played a very solid round robin. They Switzerland and Czechia played during the
Yep,
round
Czechia
robin.
won.
Czechia won 2-1 in a shootout. It was leaning toward Czechia as far as who controlled that game throughout.
Yeah. Switzerland had one power play goal. That was their
Yeah,
goal too. It wasn't
that
5 on
was
5.
that was their goal. But I think this is my one probably hotter take on my board here. I like the Swiss team. I didn't like what I saw from Czechia. I don't think if they get past Switzerland, I don't think they're going to go much further. I didn't like what I saw from the team. I really liked the roster on paper, but I did not like the performances in the games that I did
Mhm.
see. Um, I thought a little bit sloppy. Maybe it's just they needed a few games to get into it. Now they'll go on a run, but we'll see. I chose Switzerland as my
Yeah.
upset pick for sure.
I liked the Czechian team. They beat the ROC. I
Yep.
thought that was a pretty good game, so I'm pretty high on them. So I'm glad we disagree here.
Yeah, and who knows with a tournament like this, Czechia beating Russia or ROC 6-5, so a little bit of a
Mhm.
crazy shootout game in overtime that they ended up doing. So maybe they've picked it up, and I am underestimating them. A team we both like, and we're both taking to win in this second matchup here, this last matchup in I guess the play-ins in Denmark, I believe, right?
Denmark. Yeah. Uh, all credit to Latvia. I thought they played a really good tournament, but I think this Denmark team is really underrated. I think Denmark as a hockey country is kind of underrated. That their smaller population size makes them kind of like, have a smaller sample size, but their elite talent is just as good as almost any other Nordic country.
Yeah, their Denmark surprised me. I like their team on paper. They ended up beating Czechia in a game that Czechia controlled most of the play. They ended up hanging on in that game was as the underdog. I think they're well matched up against Latvia. I don't think they're really either one of them is the pretty even matchup as far as it goes. I think Denmark comes out on top. Big win for that country, I think. What most of our list we have the hockey powers here so far, maybe other than me for Switzerland. Um, Denmark definitely, the underdog here going forward for us. But this is an interesting one.
Hmm.
U.S. and Germany.
Yeah, the
Germany,
next round.
Germany obviously went on that crazy run last year. Do they do it again?
And on your end, do you think the United States beats Slovakia or not? I think Germany upsets the United States. They played them before. It was a 3-2 win for the US, but I think that Germany is going to upset them in the rematch. I have a feeling that this is the underdog story. They played a really hard checking game, and I think that they kind of found it in that game, and if they can keep it up, they might be able to just grind out a victory, and this will be the one.
This will be the one for Germany.
This is
I
my hot
mean,
take.
they've done it. They've done it last year. They're going on a little bit of a
Mhm.
run. I took the Americans over Slovakia. Slovakia's little run ends here. I like this American team. I think people were really down on it. They skate so well, and they're really
Mhm.
fast, and they're young, and they have the ability to go into long games and tight checking games, hard skating games. I think the American team is a lot better than people think they are. Much better than Slovakia. I think they'll easily blow through Slovakia if they get there. I think this next matchup probably on paper the funnest matchup so far. I
You know what? I
lo-
don't like this matchup
no, I
personally.
like Sweden
No,
Canada.
no.
I don't know why. Whenever Sweden and Canada play, I get a little tense because the Swedes are generally pretty good. Obviously, they win in '06 in Turin. That was their gold medal game there in '02. I still have flashbacks to '02. That first game, I was 8 years old, and I was freaking out. Anyway, Canada, Sweden, Alex.
I think Sweden, I haven't liked this team very much. I think they've had an easy ride to this spot in the tournament. They lost to Finland without scoring once 5-on-5. Three power play goals, nothing 5-on-5. They almost gave one to Latvia, and their only good game was against Slovakia, a team that they're supposed to beat well.
Yeah.
I don't think that they've shown that they can beat Canada yet. I don't think that they've shown they can be particularly competitive against Canada at this point. I don't like I feel like they might just crumble. I historically yes, but I don't think this team as it stands has been put together right. I don't think it's clicking just this team this year. Like I think this is like a throwaway for them that they kind of got lucky through the qualifier to get into the second round here. That that's just my take on it.
Yeah, I mean, I have Canada as well coming through here. I think it'll be closer. I think it'll
Mhm.
be a pretty hard fought game for both teams. I do think Canada will come out on top because they are the better roster. They have played a lot better than Sweden, like you said, and but I think Sweden will go down admirably. Finland and Czechia for you. Finland and Switzerland for me. What do you like here? I know you're pretty high on Team Finland going into the
Mhm.
tournament. Are you still
Yep,
high on them now?
I am. I was particularly high on Czechia too, but more so on Finland. I think that they're going to take this one between the two of them.
Same. Same for my matchup as well. Uh, Finland, I think, is very good. They played in a pretty hard division. I'm not gonna lie, like that Sweden, Finland, Slovakia, Latvia division is no joke.
Mhm.
And coming out of here now with the bye into this round, I think is really good. They have a little bit of opportunity to now you know rest up for this quarterfinal game. And I think Czechia coming out of a game against Switzerland, it'll be harder fought. It'll be a little tighter. I don't think they'll have the energy left for a team like Finland, for me
Mhm.
personally, or Czechia in your case.
Yeah.
ROC in Denmark. It's a fun matchup.
I thought
The
Denmark
Danes.
had a strong qualifier. We were both high on the team, but their one loss during the qualifier was against the ROC, who outshot them 2-1. And I think that that's going to be the story of the game. That just not good enough to even pull an underdog upset
Yeah,
story. The just too much disparity here.
yeah. Russia's too strong. ROC, we'll call them Russia. The ROC are too
Mhm.
strong. I think for both of us, either one of these final four, we only have one team difference. Whether it's Germany or US, I think this is a very, very strong final four. Shows a good, the best hockey countries, hockey players currently in this tournament. I think these are the guys. These are the four teams, five teams in this case. We start with bronze, yeah, or do we start with Germany?
Round three.
Round
You
three.
have U.S. Canada, I have Germany Canada, but they do lead to the bronze, and then of course the next ones lead to the gold.
All right, we'll start with you, Germany, Canada.
Canada, I think the two teams kind of have a very maybe the bottom six play a very similar style of kind of game, but Canada plays so much better. In the game that they played against each other, Canada was just way too dominant, forcing their strategy. They're too fast, and that's it. And for Germany.
I have US Canada rematch of the round robin game, which the Americans took it. I think pretty well, pretty tight checking game. I really like this American team. I'm not gonna lie. I'm Canadian. I obviously was gonna root for Team Canada when it happens, but in a bracket, I'm picking the states. Oop, whoops. I'll cut that out. I thought you were gonna do it the other way. I'll take the
Yeah,
states to the gold medal. Our second matchup here: Finland, Russia for both of us. Who do you have here?
Finland.
Finland. I
Yeah.
have. Who do I have? I have Russia. I think about it for a second. That's how tight I think it's gonna be.
Hmm.
1 minute I think it's Finland, the other it's gonna be Russia. I have Russia going through. I think they're just too strong overall. And Russia generally plays really well until they need to. I don't think they would need to yet. I don't know if they'll crumble during Finland. I don't think Finland is quite strong enough. I have Russia.
Now, both of these two national teams took a lot of players from the KHL. And Finland's top line is the top line in the KHL. And
Yeah.
when I look top to bottom and I compare these two rosters, the Finnish team is incredible. The points they're putting up in comparison, the season career, like the high, every players in their peak, they're all like running on, on 12 cylinders. How many cylinders that hockey players have these days? And I feel like they're more cohesive as a group compared to Russia that has a lot of skill but isn't like tied together the same way. I don't know. I'm super high on Finland, so I'm gonna put Finland, and you're gonna put Russia.
Yeah. I like that we have completely opposite gold and bronze medal games.
Hmm.
It shows you how close this tournament I think is going to come down to. Without waiting around any longer, we're going to start with bronze. We'll start with bronze.
Yeah, the bronze.
Who takes the bronze?
For me, Russia. They're
Russia.
tough. Germany's luck had already ended with Canada, and I don't think it goes very far after this.
Yeah, I'll take Canada over Finland. Canada is, they deserve to be in the gold medal. I think they're good enough to be in the gold medal. I think they're much better than Team Finland, and I think it'll be close, but Canada will end up with the bronze again after a bronze in 2018 in Pyeongchang, Korea. Gonna settle for another bronze. Will not get gold until Canada or until the NHL players are back. Then Canada will go full beast mode. Until then,
Mhm.
we settle with bronze. The gold medal. Very different matchups here. You have Finland, Canada. I have US and Russia. US, Russia. I went with a little bit of, 1980 Russian team playing in the pro leagues. Not as obviously big as the Soviet Union back then. Not as good of a team. Nowhere close. American team, bunch of college kids. I'm going full Miracle on Ice. I don't care. I don't care what you think. Not you, but you.
Yeah, and yeah, I know.
I
And
have
I'm gonna
Russia.
say Finland.
Sorry, I don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Finland. I've
Yeah.
said it before and I'll say it again. Finland is the best team in this tournament. They had the strongest qualifier. I saw, every other team kind of have struggles that Finland hasn't, top to bottom. I think they're the most skilled, most poised, most experienced team here. I think if I were to have them against, Russia, for instance, I saw Russia crumble to Czechia. I've seen Canada crumble to the United States. I saw the United States get pushed to the brim against Germany, even, who I don't think's gonna, could go very far, even though I have them, going fourth. But like, Finland, I'm Finland all the way. I think that this is going to be a steamroll for them too. I think it's going to come, almost too easy that they're just going to mop the ice with
That's funny that
that's it.
you have Finland over Canada in gold and I have Canada over Finland in bronze.
Hmm.
um, for me, I have Russia once again losing the gold medal game to a young American squad. I have the Americans for the gold. We've ordered it in the way it is. For me, the Americans, I like I like this kid team. I like a bunch of these college players. They all have something to prove. They all have incredible, incredible skill. And some of them, high draft picks, I think could be playing in the NHL this year. Guys like Matty Beniers could be playing in the NHL. Guys like Matthew Nyes, who are very good, is a very good prospect, elite shot, could theoretically be playing in the NHL this year. I don't think anyone on the Russian team, aside from maybe um, Slapashev and the other guy, oh my god,
Voinov.
yes, with this have that kind of high level skill, they could be playing in the NHL. I think the Americans are great. I think people have underestimated this team from the get go. We have comments all over our channel on our predictions, our line predictions for the American team. People were mad about the fact that they took a bunch of kids. They're the youngest team in the tournament by far. They have a bunch of NCAA players, a bunch of prospects. I think the Americans are going to prove everyone wrong. They have the most to play for, I think, in this tournament right now. Americans for me.
It would be the best story. I feel like, despite my predictions, that if that were to happen, I'd be the least upset if the Americans won. Because
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of these rosters are fairly old too,
Yeah.
right? These guys are
A lot
pretty
of veterans.
accomplished, and other than I'd say Team China, which brought, they did bring a few younger players. Like Team USA is the only one who's like, you know what, we're gonna use this opportunity to expose our younger talent to an international, you know, audience and scale, and help develop the sport that way. And I think that's a lot of fun. They could have brought, older guys, but they said, you know what, the kids are our future, and these guys are also gonna, Matty Beniers could very well be at the next Olympics for
Yeah.
Team USA with NHL players. So You know, that's it's investing in your future, and well, I'm a huge fan of that.
Yeah, they're going to have to go through some tough teams to get there. Through Slovakia, who's a little bit underrated right now. Canada, obviously, always a hockey powerhouse, and ROC for Russia. They're going to have a tough time. I think every country, I don't think any one of them has an upside over the other here. I think any one of the major powerhouse countries could end up in the gold medal game this year. I really do. I think it is that close. But we will see. I think it's actually 10 minutes to game time for this first game, Slovakia, Germany, and I think it's Denmark, Latvia.
Mm-hmm.
So we will go. We're going to get this up on the channel as soon as possible. Just to prove it, I'm going to show you the time. It's flipped, but it's 11 o'clock. It's not game time yet, Eastern Standard Time. We are giving our predictions beforehand. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. Let us know if you like this video and who you have. Who is your gold medal champion in our bracket here? Who wins bronze? Who wins silver? Let us know what you guys think, and we'll catch you in the next one. You have anything else, Alex?
That's all I have to say.
All right.
Can't wait for the finals. Can't wait to stream it, and I hope you guys leave a like, subscribe, and join us.
Yeah, we will be streaming those games. I've taken time off work to do so. We will be streaming and hanging out, doing a little bit of a watch party for both the men's and women's gold medal games. Maybe not for the bronze for the women. Maybe we'll just pay attention to Canada, US. But we will be back next time. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.